What's up, everybody? Matt Moreno here with Angel Rodriguez. What's up, brother?
What's going down, man? How you doing today?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Just getting through the day, getting things situated, living that realtor life.
Yeah, man. You've been doing this forever, haven't you?
Oh, it's been a good long, almost a year. I like to say I'm creeping up on a year, so almost there.
Nice. What was it? I came back from Montana in like May. March.
Yes, and I had
March,
never
right?
met you either. Yeah, it was
Okay.
March time frame. Never met you. Steve was talking about, oh, the Morenos are in Montana. Morenos are in Montana, and I'm like,
Yeah.
Morenos. I heard the name, never seen them. Then you walked in. I was like, oh, that's the Morenos right there. So yeah, man, since last March, man, that was the first introduction to you. So that was cool.
That's awesome. Where'd you come from? Like business wise, background?
Man, I came from really nowhere, military for a little bit. And then pretty much went every different route you would think a young kind of kid would go, trying to find where he wanted to be. Always been like the self-motivated type of person. So that was real simple to stick to, and I talked to a buddy, believe it or not, he was the one who said we should do real estate. And I was like, all right. So I jumped into it, and he's working on it. He knows who he is, but he's still working on trying to get this way.
Right.
But I made the move. So I was working with a third party contractor with PG&E type deal, and left that and then just jumped into this full time. So never really had any type of business of my own.
It's different, right? Like working for yourself is so just a different beast, right? Like I remember working for other people, and I come from a security background a lot, and it was really regimented. It
Right.
was like I was the boss of these people, and these people were above me, and everybody told me what to do, and I delegated down duty, and it's so different when you have your own business. It's it. Like you are
Mm-hmm.
the boss of whatever. Like you have to make
Yeah,
things happen, or it won't. You know.
exactly, man. That's crazy. I have people all the time talking about how, oh, like you work. I see you working so much. You're always working. Is it better than working just 40 hours? Well, I mean, yeah, I'm investing in myself. So like, yeah, it is better than working 40 hours because I'm doing it for me, not for somebody else. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So I'm not trying to knock any 9 to 5s.
No.
People live their lives, and that, it's what's best for them. But it's one of those things, man. Like when people ask you certain questions like that, you got to tell them how it is. And it's simply
Yeah.
just, yeah, it is better than a 9 to 5. I won't ever go
No.
back.
No, it's a fun life, and it reminds me of that
So,
meme.
yeah.
That it's like, some guys like in a suit or whatever, and he's talking about like, oh, I remember my first part-time job, and it's talking about the whole 40-hour work week. And here in real estate, like
Yeah.
I don't stop working. Like I wake up in the morning, I come to work. There was one day I completely meant to take the day off. This was just recently, we got back from vacation. I was having some back problems. I was like, I'm going to take the day off. And I came into work at like 9:30 in the morning, and then I didn't leave until 7. And I was like, oh man, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
We get here, we start having fun, and it takes the day away. It's not work. We play, right?
Nah, seriously.
Isn't that what Tony Robbins taught us when you went to
Seriously,
Texas?
man. We just have fun.
Yeah.
Pretty much, man. Yeah, you just gotta have fun. That's something I try to do. The whole, well, I won't start work until 1 o'clock today, or I'll wait. I'll drag it out. I'll be home early. And it's one of those things, you get wrapped up in what you're doing, because whether people call it passion or drive or whatever it is that people call it, it's there, and it's just simply because we love what we do. So it's hard to like stop doing it, especially when we don't see it as
Right.
work. So that's right there is the biggest
That's
thing.
awesome. And then
Yeah.
you do a lot around here, man. In a short amount of time, you developed an entire class schedule. Tell us about Prep for Success, man. I'm really proud of you for this.
I appreciate that. Yeah, man. So Prep for Success. All right. So it's basically just a training. I call it a class, but it's more of just a training, a study session, right? And the reason what it what it's for is for anybody trying to get their real estate license. The reason why I put it together mainly is for the fact that when I was studying for the real estate exam, and I won't throw names out there, but there's people who say, yeah, we'll help you study, but then boom, you're here type deal. And I don't want that. I didn't want that. I knew what I wanted to do. I make my own decisions, and I didn't want somebody tying me into something. So I put it together for people that need that help, whether and it's in a comfortable environment. It's something where we just kind of have fun. We make games out of studying. We do things to have fun, and it's all just to get people to study so they could pass their real estate exam. The goal is to become an agent, right?
Right.
So if you can have fun while studying, the boringest part of this job was doing the training to get your license. And some people will knock me for it. Some people will say, oh, you know what? You need that information. It's helpful. It's this and that. Personally, the vocabulary, dope. Like, I'm glad I know those terms that I learned there, because that's pretty much what when you get here, the terms, you know what I mean? But the way it works there, it ain't that. So I don't know, man. It's pretty cool. It's just a class for newbies and rookies to get their feet in the door, to feel comfortable, to come into this world. It's the real estate world's a whole different world than the normal world. So for people to come and be, happy, to enjoy what they're about to jump into, because it's a wild ride for sure.
That's so awesome that you're there for them too. Because I remember, like, when I studied to get my real estate test, I went through, I think it was Allied Business School, and it was so dry and boring, and it was just nonstop, just read the stuff and take the test and then go pass the state test. And I didn't feel like supported or like any of that. And if I had a place that I could have gone, like what you're offering new people every week, I just think it's so awesome, man, that they come in, they have a place where they can sit down with somebody who's been there before, and really just get the support necessary to pass that exam. I mean, it's got to take such a weight off their shoulders. I remember just being all anxious about it, and it's a weird thing taking a state exam, and having to go down there and take
for sure exam, for sure. That's exactly how I feel, man, because I failed my first time, right? Like, I really did fail my test. The score of failing doesn't matter, because they don't care. It's either you pass or you fail, right? They'll tell you what you failed or where you did bad on. But when I failed my first time, I read all 3 textbooks. Like, the most reading I've ever done was those textbooks. Dry. I don't remember crap from them. So it's like, when I studied, though, when I scheduled my test for a month later, and I was like, I'm studying every day, listening to audio things, doing everything I can to pass, because like I said, I wanted to become an agent. That was my goal. Once I became the agent, the next goal was I need to get a sale. So you got these steps. If you have someone there kind of holding you accountable or helping you hit those steps, it's just going to be that much better. You know what I mean?
Right. I do. So
I don't know, man. What's up? Are we still there?
I
was there.
I was listening.
Okay. No, you're good, man. I don't know if it like cut out and stuff, and then my door kind of crept open. So
So
you're good. You're good. Yes, sir.
So are there any other classes that you're setting up, or are you have coming up in the future for people?
Yeah, man. I'm actually putting together a boot camp for new agents. And it's not just me, it's actually the heads of all. I know yourself is in on it. You got some good stuff you're throwing in there, which I'll let you touch base on that. But for myself, it's just things are different now, like with the whole social media thing, than it was for like older, I guess, experienced agents or whatever they call themselves. And again, I'm not there's new ways, and you got to adapt. Social media is a huge platform now. So the boot camp for sure is something I'm putting together for new agents. And it's not even just new agents. It's agents who aren't familiar with the methods that I use to gain business and to move forward in my business, and that stuff I've learned from coaches within EXP, coaches, that are in Florida, people that I kind of look up to because I could see their success. And so I try and mimic that and bring it home so that everyone in this area can, leverage that as well.
That's awesome, man. When does that kick off? Do you have a date for that to start?
I'm trying to get that dialed in. Like, we're all busy, so I know that I want to do it in person. So it's gonna have to be a time where you, yourself, me, Steve McCarthy, and maybe a couple other people will be able to all get together and be there Monday through Friday or Monday through Wednesday, however many days it is. I have it mapped out as a 4-day program right now.
Okay.
So it'll be 4 6-hour days. And then that'll be, whether we start at 8 or 9 will depend on the end time. But yeah, 4 6-hour days is what I have it at. And I mean, it's all packed with just everything that you're going to need. When we say boot camp, I mean, it's going to be boot camp because it's going to be thrown at you and you're going to have to
Right.
use it. If you don't use it, it's not going to work. You got whatever you take in or whatever is being taught, you have to apply that or it's just not going to work. So that's how it's going to go. It's going to be real drill sergeant type deal.
Yeah, but it's exciting. People have a path of travel, if you will, to get from point A to B, whether no matter what it is, like they're starting out in this industry. How do I get a buyer? Starting out in this industry, how do I get a listing? Like all of that's going to be covered. That's a really neat thing that you're putting together. I appreciate that.
Oh, for sure, man. And like I said, it's not just my ideas. So it's like I said, yourself, man, you got some great stuff in there. And I just, the help ain't there. I personally leverage every person I can because that's how fast I'll grow. The more input I get from everybody is the better I'm going to do. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm trying to provide as much as I can to everybody because it's been given to me. I didn't get this far or just by myself. People have helped me along the way, and I want people to see that those people are out there. You don't have to be part of our team or with us or anything like that because we'll still show you the ropes. The ones who apply what they get taught, man, they're going to move forward. That's just the whole results right there.
Nice. And this will be available for people in other brokerages or just EXP?
All brokerages, man. Any person, experienced vet, whoever it is, it doesn't matter. Anybody who feels they could, like I said, benefit from this boot camp, that's who's going to be open to. It's not, subject to just one group. That's not how we roll around here. You don't have to be, like I said, on my team for me to say, hey, bro, you should try it this way. It'll actually probably benefit you. And if they use it, that's up to them. But if it came from an EXP agent, who knows, they might not like it.
Man, well, hey, I appreciate you coming on today. Really do. It's been fun, and we'll talk to you later.
Heck yeah, man. Sounds good. I appreciate you having me, man, for sure.
Anytime. We'll see you, brother.
All right, man. Later.